You know his name?
Governor Jan.
Yes.
Governor Jan.
Okay, two.
Governor Jan.
Three. No, just you. You're not celebrating.
Governor Jan.
Gang in Ali League.
Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Amechi. Governor Amechi. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Jan. Governor Amechi.
There's no counting.
Governor Jan. Governor Amechi. 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 Governor Jan. Governor Amechi. Governor Amechi. So count.
Back there.
Well, don't put it on the one.
Too close to call.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Governor Grant. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7,
Let's show you more. I told you you need so much.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Wait, my friend.
14, 15, 16. You are now the yes. So, ladies and sorry, Your Excellencies.
Where is Ronaldo?
Sir, I said Your Excellencies. I said ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellencies, we have our votes counted. 19 votes for Amechi and 16 votes for Amechi. Continues as.
Okay, so at least how far we could go, but no worry, there's still more just in case. But Mr. Naruji, what do you think now?
I think that's a very good theatrical production, but I don't see any difference with it and Abacha era political videos. The trick, these things are distractions. What we are talking about is a democracy. I think from what has happened, the PDP was right to insist on these positions.
Do you have any professional expertise in video production?
I am not talking about video. I discuss the politics. You're looking at the theatrics and you're being carried away, and that's why you refer to it. Me, I'm talking about country. I'm talking about democracy.
How do you
political videos have been produced before by Sani Abacha.
How do you determine that this video was manipulated and it wasn't?
I don't talk it is manipulated. What I'm telling you, the production of this video is immaterial to the success and the progress of our democracy. The PDP is very, very right to do what it's doing. You know what it's doing? It believes that the opposition has now hijacked the Governors Forum.
But how is it that before now, the Governors Forum seemed to work so well for the PDP?
It did not, work, it did not work well.
Before now, the PDP had issues with the Governors Forum.
The Governors Forum became prominent when our former president, President Yar'Adua, was ill, and because nature abhors vacuum, Governor Saraki and others came there to decide, and other people were doing. But right now, the country and the party does have a leadership in Goodluck.
And
so the right thing to do, now that we have a leadership in President Goodluck, is the governors should look after their states. There are governors who are doing well. Governor Fashola, Governor Amechi, and then Governor Akpabio. A lot of these governors, Chime, they're doing well. They should stay at home and provide dividends of democracy, not being in Abuja 4 days out of 7 every week doing Governors Forum.
Never in the history of modern democracy have we seen such a brazen and highly reckless display of insensitivity to democratic tenets as we've seen over the weekend in the last elections of the Governors Forum. I say this with all sense of responsibility because I believe that there was a genuine election was conducted. Governor Rotimi Amechi has won these elections landslide by beating hands down Governor Jang in an election that has been considered not only nationally but internationally as very transparent, very credible, and an election that could stand the test of democratic fanfare anywhere. You see, let me give you an insider as to what actually transpired. Because as a journalist, a great thinker in politics in this country, and also a deep follower of the Governors Forum, I have been privileged to some very fundamental informations.
Tell us about it.
Yes. You see, right from the onset, Amechi has been seen as a threat to the present leadership of the PDP. This is a very harmless, this is a Democrat of conscience, a man that has paid his dues in the democratic space of this country. And I believe Governor Amechi has been able to delve into Nigerian politics because of his belief in the tenets of democracy, and also because of his belief in changing the face and character of governance, which is likely to transform this country from its present status to the next generation. Now, having conducted the democratic space under the Governors Forum, this is a man that has brought finesse, he has brought credibility, he has brought character and characterization in the Governors Forum. Before Amechi, when he started with the governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Adamu, 1999, he had 2 terms. Then he went to Victor Atta. From Victor Atta to Ibinidion. From Ibinidion, it went to Bukola Saraki. It was from Bukola Saraki that the Governors Forum has started to take shape and character. The Governors Forum is a pressure group. Whether we like it or not, some people are saying it's not constitutional. The Governors Forum, under the provision of Nigerian Constitution, it is legal. Legal in the sense that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives you the latitude, freedom of movement, freedom of association. And these people have decided to associate as leaders in this country, forming a pressure group that has been able to shape the character of a government that many consider as clueless. So the Governors Forum, in essence, is a forum that has been able to give sense of direction. Amechi is one Nigerian that has piloted the affairs of his state with philosophical calmness. His robust approach to issues of governance has silenced even his most ardent critics. This Nigerian, go to River State. He's not like some of these governors that when they construct one culvert, they call the whole wall and then start to cut the tape and open. This a man is a silent performer. Whether you like it or not, go to River State and you see changes. So the face and character of governance has completely changed.
So why don't we have the PDP giving him their full support?
Look, you see, the PDP sees Amechi as an antagonist. Antagonist in the sense that he stands for good governance in this country. He has led his peer group. Like somebody was saying that the Governors Forum has no relevance. The Governors Forum is antagonistic to the government. The Governors Forum has lost views of, it has lost credibility among Nigerian people. I don't believe that. I think that shows the level of ignorance of what Nigerian politics is. No wonder Dr. Fabian is in diaspora, and therefore he talks from the viewpoint of somebody that doesn't know the politics of Nigeria. Look at it critically. The Governors Forum under Amechi has been able to look dispassionately at the Nigerian political system. It has been able to assist the present president in shaping his government, because most people describe, especially the opposition, describe this government as clueless, as government that has no focus, no sense of direction. So what Amechi is doing is to say, look, there are some issues, fundamental issues that need to be guided. You see the issue of sovereign wealth fund, excess crude account, the issue of offshore and onshore dichotomy, the issue of state police, the issue of local government autonomy. These are all issues that the Governors Forum has been able to influence the political decision of this country. They have made an input in the sense that they want a system where all Nigerians will feel the Nigerianness in them. And therefore, these people believe that it's challenging the authority of President Jonathan. I think it's not correct. And secondly, there has been this presumed aspiration, the presumed aspiration which Amechi has consistently denied, that is not an ambition to be a presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate of this country. And I think it is there for Amechi to tell us if he is interested. As far as we're concerned, we don't know. So if these people feel threatened by the rising political profile of a Democrat of conscience like Amechi, I think it is unfortunate and a great disservice to democracy in Nigeria.
The situation now, this election, or so to speak, of the NGF seems to have heated up the polity. Is that what is needed now, considering the challenges that the country is facing?
Thank you. It's unfortunate that this election is sending a lot of vibes across the country. It is rising the political tempo unnecessarily. Let me go back a little. Kindly give me the indulgence to tell you what transpired as I wanted to tell you. On the day of the election, because I was there, I monitored as a concerned Democrat of conscience, a national coordinator, I monitored what was happening there.
So which of the elections?
The election of the Nigeria Governors Forum.
Held this Friday?
Held on Friday.
They let you in?
No, I was there. I was at the premises where it happened. I was there. They didn't let me in, but I have the privileged information of what transpired.
Tell us.
Good. You see, Governor Godswill Akpabio was the third governor to come in to the hall. Already, having mapped out their strategies, having been able to get these signatures, and go and look at the document. I am telling you, if this thing is tested in the court of law, Governor Godswill Akpabio and his clique will go to jail. If not today, maybe tomorrow. Because the document has been altered. Go and look at the biro. They use the red biro to change from either March or April to May. It was altered, and the name on that document was not Governor Jan's name. That signatures was gotten because the PDP in its desperation had tried all it could to see that it changed Amechi. And it brought the governor of Katsina, Ibrahim Shemi, into the fold. Now, have you realized, Shemi even was on BBC, House of Service, and he said he was ready to contest for the governorship forum, chairmanship of the governorship forum. Barely 1 week to the elections, they brought in Governor Yuguda of Bauchi State. That brought some bad blood, because they did all they could to settle the two to an amicable table to resolve their differences, but it failed woefully. And barely 24 hours, it was even on around 3 o'clock on the day of the election that Governor Jan's name was smuggled in as a contestant. He brought his form. This is against natural justice, equity, and good conscience. There is no way in election, even under Mobutu Sese Seko, Robert Mugabe, or Joseph Kasabubu, nobody, or Emperor Bokassa, no election that has been conducted by not having, your forms, at least barely 24 or 48 hours, there must be a closure.
But that group accepted it.
They accepted because they had wanted just peace. They knew that they were heading for monumental defeat. And when they brought in this thing, they just smuggled the name of Jan on that sheet. And that day, let me tell you, the governor of Yobe Ibrahim Gaida, whom I know very well, was not even in the country. So how did they get his signature? The signature was there. If they say it was that day when Jang brought his form for that election, that was a day ago.
Well, I think, sorry to bother you, they haven't said it was taken on that day. I think that what we got is that, well, knowing full well that there has never been any election in the forum, so they have collated all the signatures. Perhaps he signed before he left the country. So all the markings that, as we can see here from what we have here, we just try to alter the date from April to May.
You see, Suleiman, there is one thing. We are northerners, and we know ourselves. I'm telling you, if the PD feels, or Governor Jonathan, President Jonathan, in his infinite wisdom, if he feels he can use Jan to get any electoral value in the north, he's making a very big political mistake, because Jan cannot win anything beyond the confines of Plateau.